Hey everybody, I'm at Pitti Uomo 2024 and I just met this very unique streetwear brand. I would say statement streetwear brand based on art, and it's from Paris. I'm here with the creative director, Raf. Raf, tell us about your brand and the uniqueness of it.
So my brand is VERYRARE, and basically we founded it in 2020 during the COVID pandemic. I had graduated from the Royal College of Arts in London, and it was time, the whole city was on lockdown, ghost town everywhere, and I was like, I have to begin something big. I had just met Virgil, who had kind of co-signed me on a tee that he loved, and it gave me the final boost, the confidence boost to actually start my own business. And I already had done a lot of tees for my peers back in college and high school. Everybody loved it. It was very unique, very different. And what I wanted to do is, signal the archive and the new and the old, in the colliding worlds of 21st century visuality and OG Renaissance fine arts, kind of more free of rights, intellectual property vibes. But I always loved appropriation, Barbara Kruger, contemporary artists, and people who really made streetwear and just kind of political statement, catchphrases. I mean, Barbara Kruger, she birthed Supreme when you think about it, the Futura fonts and everything. So it's really about all this history, these narratives that we emboil and we embed in the garment. That's what we call artwear, actually. It's not really streetwear.
I think it's really beautiful and unique. Tell me about those jeans you showed me earlier.
Madness. I mean, they're denim jacquard.
Yeah.
So jacquard was invented by this guy called Mr. Jacquard, a French inventor, who invented the loom. And it was like the OG weaving machines, really making kind of cool designs in the knit. And it's denim, so it comes from the city of Nîmes in France. That's what gave it the name denim, actually, de Nîmes. And it's coton sergé, so it's really some kind of amazing indigo dyed, beautiful mercerized cotton. And what we do is we put the pattern in there, the machine does amazing stuff, then we distress, we dye each and individual thread coming out of it. And we embroider it with hand embroidery afterwards. We put a jacquard, like leather, with embossed and ink inside. So it's really about state of the art, and it's about also narrative. We call this one Black Lotus.
Right.
So, the lotus is the flower of eternal reincarnation. It's about invention, innovation. It's all about the values that we try to advocate in the brand also.
No, I saw that. I think they were they t-shirts or sweaters you guys, and you guys had an overshirt. Also with artwork. Tell me about that.
Yeah. There were many inspired from the Renaissance of the city with like Caravaggio, but also Japanese woodblocks like Utagawa Kuniyoshi, Hiroshige. These are for what I told about the past influences, because the past influences the future. And we always love this quote by Bob Marley, which is, in this bright future, you can't forget your past. And I think for our brand, it's super important because these are the foundation blocks from which we then, it's kind of like a threshold. We pass that door, we kick it down, and we invent the new with it. So we have also anime, manga, kind of 21st century influences too, as you saw, comics, very 80s, 90s vibes, very popping colors, Tupac, there was a crew neck with like Tupac, doing a middle finger to the police, We call this one Fuck 12.
Sorry about that.
It's all about very rare, very rare mentality is about defiance. Defying the odds, because in Pitti Uomo you can see all the corners, they're all about monochromatic, they're all the same,
Right.
And the motto, the catchphrase of our brand is actually exit the matrix, become very rare. It's kind of like McDonald's, come as you are, or Coca-Cola, enjoy happiness, open happiness type shit. For us it's exit the matrix, become very rare. So it's all about, all those they are clones, and you are like Neo in the matrix.
Right.
You are the ones who stand out. You are the chosen one. So it's all about being the chosen one in the streetwear scene. It's about, how do I stand out, as opposed to fit in, you know. And that's the whole ethos, the whole mentality that we've infused our brand with, you know. When you wear Very Rare, you wear it like an armor. It gives you confidence to attack your day, and it's all about streetwear. That's what streetwear is, you know. It's your second skin. It's what you put on if you're a shy guy or whatever in the subway in New York, whatever. But you have our crew neck on with Tupac doing a middle finger. It says a lot, you know. It's what you express. It's your clothing, your garment. Is how you want to express yourself to the world. So that's what we do.
Oh, very meaningful, very profound. Where can people buy your pieces?
So we have 2 channels, direct to consumer, let's say, so through the website. We're an e-commerce brand, VERYRARE.co, but also we have many partners, like mostly in the US. We have 300 shops partnering B2B, kind of doing retailing our stuff.
In California, you told me you could buy it at Lorenzo, right?
Exactly, it's Lorenzo, many other shops like Pops and Mom stores. We have a link with all these links, these stores that you can buy it from. New York, there's a big one called Wolf and Badger in Soho. In Europe, you can buy it in Milan. You can go to Tokyo, in Fukuoka also, in Seoul. No, VERYRARE is pretty worldwide. Like I would say, we're everywhere. Like we're past the 100,000 number of order. So in each order, you can have, let's say, 3 T-shirts. So there's more than 250,000 VERYRARE in the nature. So people wearing it, people rocking them on their backs, and that's what makes me the proudest. Because, like, you know, when your creation is out there, it's your grandchildren. You know, it's not just a tee. Like that's all we hate actually about fast fashion these days is people discarding. It's people like buying stuff to then trash it out.
Right.
Like our stuff is so imbued, so infused with narrative. It's not about like wearing it 7 times and then trashing it out like the statistics say. Like it's all about keeping it all your life, giving it to your grandchildren, washing it 100 times and still being good as new, you know. Mm-hmm. Like quality, weight, visuality, the print go crazy, the narrative, the nostalgia, the meaning basically. It's all about meaning. That's what artwear is artwear and streetwear is streetwear. And like streetwear, I would say that artwear is kind of like the baby of like streetwear and luxury fashion.
But let me ask you this. I was looking at the jeans and I think you guys had a denim suit with a jacket and pants. How long did it take to make that or to design that?
Insane amount of time. Like the trucker jacket alone, just to weave on the machine, takes 15 hours. Uh-huh. So 6 for the front, 6 for the back, and 2 for each sleeve. And that's just for the weaving part. Then you have to dye each thread, then you have to cut and sew. Obviously the design part has taken ages because we have to prototype it, we have to do many rounds of sampling just to make sure the pattern, the construction, the silhouettes is right. And it takes, like we always say that we don't want to rush the process, we trust the process all the way, and we better have less styles developed and released than more, but that don't mean anything, that are not good enough. And I kind of followed that quote today from this rap artist called Russ, and he says, well, if you're a niche, you're a niche. Just assume it and go all the way. You know, and we're a niche. I don't do it for money. I don't do it to be in the mainstream stuff. Like if you do it in your room, like your only metric should be, do you like it? Do you actually like what's put out in the universe? And every design I do, I love it. So that's kind of, I always want to push that limit and make the customer, we don't even call them customers, we call them family members. Because I did it with my brother, you know, like it's a family business. So each and every member of the family, of the VERYRARE Mafia, is a brother, is a sister, is a sibling. So that's what we do. And let's hope we can continue that way.
Well, I wish you all the success. Thank you so much, Ralph.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Appreciate you.